Good evening, student. I hope you are all very well at your homes. In previous classes, we have discussed about some introduction part and nomenclature of aromatic hydrocarbons. In this class, we are going to discuss about sources of aromatic hydrocarbons and aromatic compounds. Regarding this, here we have some sources in that coal and petroleum are the two important sources of aromatic hydrocarbons and other aromatic compounds. What are those? Coal and petroleum. These are important sources of aromatic hydrocarbons. In this, petroleum is the main source of aromatic hydrocarbons, and coal is a complex mixture of aromatic hydrocarbons. Complex mixture of aromatic carbons nothing but it is a mixture of aromatic hydrocarbons. Next, now let us discuss carbonization. Here the carbonization means when coal is heated in steel retorts at higher temperature in absence of air, then it changes into non-volatile material, that is coke. Carbonization means when coal is heated in steel retorts at high temperature, then in absence of air, then the coal changes into non-volatile material. That non-volatile material nothing but coke. Here non-volatile material means the substance or material which is not evaporate easily, that is nothing but non-volatile material. Here when we observe this carbonization, when coal is heated in steel retorts at higher temperature, in absence of air, then it changes into non-volatile material, that is coke. This process is called carbonization. Here carbonization is also called as coking of coal. What is that? Coking of coal. Carbonization is also called as coking of coal. Here carbonization gives a number of volatile products along with coke. During the carbonization process, along with coke, some other products also obtained. Here when we observe that carbonization of coal, we get coke up to 70%. Along with coke, coal tar, this coal tar 4 to 5 percentage along with coke, and ammonical liquor, ammonia liquor. This ammonia liquor nothing but ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide, this is nearly up to 8 to 10 percentage. And one more is there, that is coal gas. Coal gas nearly 17% released along with coke. These are the some side products along with coke. Here come to this coal tar. Coal tar is a black viscous oil with unpleasant odor. This is a black viscous nothing but thick, viscous nothing but thick, viscous oil with unpleasant smell. Unpleasant odor or smell. Here this coal tar is used as solvent for dry cleanings. It is used as solvent for dry cleaning, manufacture of dyes, drugs, manufacture of drugs, manufacturing of perfumes, manufacture of perfumes and explosives, etc. These are the uses of coal tar. It is a black thick liquid with unpleasant smell, and it is used as solvent for dry cleaning and manufacture of dyes, manufacture of drugs, manufacturing of perfumes and explosives. Based on nature of coal, based on nature of coal and temperature, based on nature of coal and temperature, the composition of coal tar varies based on what? Nature of coal tar and carbonizing temperature. Temperature nothing but the which temperature we are using for carbonizing. Based on this carbonizing temperature and nature of coal, the composition of coal tar varies. The composition of coal tar varies. Next, here the some common substances are present in coal tar. Coal tar contains some common substances. They are benzene. We are very well known benzene. The structure of benzene is this one, 6-membered ring with alternative double bond. This is benzene. Next one, toluene. Toluene nothing but methyl substituted benzene, that is nothing but toluene. Naphthalene, nothing but it contains 2 benzene rings. This is naphthalene. Anthracene,